I do, that's word. And all the times you confuse my words, you don't listen. You could've had Christian and Christian Dior. Now you just missing, I'm missing you more. But you knew that I'm the cool cat with the roof back. No, I need you by my side, can't lose that. But you still wanna test the waters, like I never showed you jets and waters on the coast of Florida. So why you wanna act like that, like a nigga never had your back?
What's up, everyone? I am Tamara Shanae, and you are now tuned in to Noir online TV. Watching for the first time, welcome. And you've been rocking with us since day one. Welcome back. Online TV serves as a safe space for Black millennials where we sit back, chit chat, and talk all things Black. That was the first time I got it right out of 8 episodes. Boom. Tonight, I am super excited. I have two dope individuals to the right of me that I want you guys to say what's up to. We have Don in LA of, show your shirts, come on, Mike.
What's a good guy, you know, airing every Monday at 8 a.m. on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, rate, share, you know.
There we go. Subscribe, guys. Don't just listen and then, alright. Subscribe. A little shy.
That's a fact.
So we are officially 2 episodes away from our summer finale. Hopefully I've been doing this since February. I want to say thank you for everybody that's tuned in, to all the wonderful guests. Thank you for the great feedback from last episode, Let's Talk About Sex with Lena Carson and Tasha of Tasha Talks. We got a lot
Shout
of
out to Tasha. That's the big one.
we got a lot of good feedback from that. But tonight, we're going to talk about relationships, and we're going to give male perspective on a lot of good things. They're sipping tea, so it's going to get a little spicy for them. Tonight's episode 308, is entitled A Few Good Men. I thought it was important for us to give the platform to guys to be able to speak freely and openly about things that they go through with relationships, dating, and overall perspective. I feel like the climate that we are in within society, for Black people, for Black men in general, they're not able to speak freely about their feelings or relationship. I feel like oftentimes they have to have a tough exterior or stay closed in. And as we all know, last month was Mental Health Awareness Month. So it's not just for women or children. Men have a lot going on too, especially Black men. And y'all know I am here for the brother men. So, before we get into that, yes, throw your fists up. Before we get into that, I want you guys to get to know them as individuals. We're gonna kick it off with your name, where you're from. Before you got into the podcast and before y'all came to dynamic duo, tell me a little bit about yourself. We're gonna start off with LA. LaShawn.
I like long walks across the Mediterranean Sea. I'm a love connoisseur.
Okay.
Now I'm from Brooklyn, born and raised. You know, that's it. My life is boring.
Okay.
My life is boring. I work, I podcast, I sleep. That's it. And I travel here and there.
Oh, okay. Here and there.
Here and there.
Wow. All right. That's a lie, but okay.
That's our what we talk.
Right.
I go by Brown Beasley. I'm from Queens. As far as podcasting, I was probably just doing her red shit with my friends. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion.
Facts. Hot boy shit.
Hot boy shit, you already know, hot boy summer. Yeah, I was doing her red shit, hanging out, playing basketball, working out. So I started podcasting, videography, photography, modeling, and soon to be acting.
Hey. Get into with that. Okay.
I thought you were hot too.
We just got here.
So how did you guys meet? You work together?
Kid, man. I knew him since I was 2.
They're like.
No, we met at work.
Okay.
That was what, 4 years? Damn.
2015, so yeah, 4
years ago.
Yeah,
okay.
Facts. Yup.
And we've been cool. Well, we weren't cool at first.
No, I didn't like him at all.
Yeah, like me,
That's usually okay.
Yeah. I didn't like him at all. He was from Queens.
You know the vibes. I should let you walk. I should let you walk.
How you get home from it?
I apologize.
Oh, okay. we work.
We just chilled. We just chilled, talk shit.
Okay.
Until it became what it is now.
Yeah, for the most part.
So, let's rewind. First of all, what's a good guy is a really big thing. They're being like very modest. I have a story time. Here we go. All right, so in January, I had just started following me and Simone, via Simone.
Shout out to our sister.
Shout out to Simone, Abundance and Do-Rags. We started following each other. I didn't care about podcasting at all. I am a visual person. If I can't see it, I don't want to know about it. So between that and my best friend, Willie Bills, shout out to Willie Bills, he was always like, when are you going to push your show back? And I was like, I don't care about that. Instagram is hot right now. That's all I care about. Make sure y'all follow us. So I started listening to Abundance and Do-Rags, and the episode that I came in on is when Simone had you guys on.
Shout out to
Simone. So I'm listening to it, I'm at work, and I'm like, an hour had went past. I'm like, wow, I don't feel like I was listening to a regular radio show. I felt like I was having an in-depth conversation with my friends. So I'm like, you know what, Will, we fucking coming back in February. So then, so I subscribed to her podcast, and at the end, you guys said that you had a podcast, and I'm the type of person, I like everything in order. So I didn't go to the one that y'all had recently put out. I went all the way back to the beginning.
Wow. Whoa. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was a bad guy at that time. So with their podcast, What's a Good Guy? First thing I want to say to you guys, I think it's really dope what you're doing.
Thank you.
The dynamic is dope. They started off with different conversations pertaining to them. I love the episode that y'all do together because I like how y'all explore each other's mind, which is great. It's needed in the Black community. They also, which is amazing, they pay a lot of respect to Black women.
That's a fact.
Which I think is super dope. They're very consistent. I believe you guys started in 2017.
2017.
2017.
Yeah.
Now look at this. There's 52 weeks in a year. They're up to 100 and how many episodes?
118.
That's consistency. I think that is so dope. So you guys kind of basically like 50% y'all, 50% Simone, Will. Everybody like motivated me to come back to this. So whatever you guys are doing, keep doing it. Seriously.
Where we can do that for you.
Yeah, that's good. At least, because you do this hoping, somebody gravitates to it. What's a Good Guy is basically about, finding out the answer to that set question.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I kind of even thought of that was because I was dating a woman, and she made me feel like it made no sense being good to her, because the less I did, the more I got, the more I did, the less she gave. So it was like, I might as well hold myself back, pretend to be a dick, and get treated like a king, opposed to like loving forward and having her resist. So then I started realizing, there's a commonality in this.
Right.
I'm looking around, my boys is literally doing the ain't shit stuff, but getting the great shit in return. So I'm like, what's the point of being a good guy?
She's gonna die.
No. No, I think that, wow, that just made me feel crazy.
Yeah.
Because
when I first heard that shit, I was like, damn, that's a great name actually.
I think the fact, this sounds bad, sorry y'all, but females, ladies, I think a lot of us in the beginning stages of a relationship, or when we get too comfortable, or maybe when you were just young, a lot of us is like, if he's too nice, he's a dub. If he's type spicy, it's like some type of edge, so it's interesting.
It's a fact.
I don't know if it stays the same at this. How old are you guys?
I'm 20. I'm turning 28 in August.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm turning 25 in 2 weeks.
Okay. Oh, you're jumping out.
Yeah, you know the vibes. He's ready to leave. So you know the vibes. Satan babies in the building.
No, I'm not a Gemini. My man is a Gemini. My best friend.
Alright, so shout out to
I
them.
love Geminis. Geminis have good vibes to them. But that's true.
Catch him on what day?
What's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, I love Leos too. Sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes. So far with What's a Good Guy, Tell me a little bit about the beginning stages of everything, from episode 1 to like episode 30.
Trial and error.
Facts. That and
Trial and error.
being so in tune with the numbers, like the numbers really mattered at that point.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, fuck, we didn't hit this certain amount of number we did when we first dropped the shit.
Right.
I was like, yo, why the fuck we still doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fighting through it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Cause I think, as crazy as it sounds, it was kind of the anticipation of like instant success.
yes.
I
So
think
it was like, yo,
that.
we gonna try. We about to be out the hood. You know what I'm saying? We
So
gonna
the
get-
first episode drop, your mom's quick.
We gonna get
It's over.
We gonna get signed. I think like the first episode we did like 500 plays in 2 hours.
Seriously? That's good.
So I thought that was gonna stay.
So it was
everlasting.
over. It was
Right.
So then there is days where like certain episodes is like 500 just for the week. So I'm like, where the hell the other 500 people go?
Right.
So now you got to learn how to gauge your audience. You got to find what they want, and then you have to find your niche.
Absolutely.
And then once you find what you're good at, you then got to master it. So then you get those episodes where it's like, you know, you got some thought-provoking shit, and then you got the episodes where you got the ratchet shit.
Love the ratchet
So you got to
Yeah.
find the balance of like, I'm gonna give you some thought-provoking shit, but put it, you know, in the fold of the ratchetness. So
Right.
you gonna hear it. You gonna feel each episode. You're supposed to feel wiser than whether from me, him, or the guest,
Right.
or you know, we here for a good time because everybody not righteous every day. So
Absolutely.
you know, it's finding a balance, finding your core audience, and then rocking with them. And then you gotta cater to them, but then you can't sell out.
That's true.
Because I feel like the 3 easiest things to do is current events, sex, and gossip. You can't lose with that.
Absolutely.
You could do sex every week, and people gonna hit. They love that shit. You could do current events. Everybody want to hear your opinion on what's going on, sports, things of that nature. And then if you're a chatty patty, you gossiping, they gonna tune in for that. But if you're going against that grain, your struggle will be a little bit harder.
Right.
Because now it's like, oh, you trying to kick knowledge? I ain't trying to hear that shit. Let me hear you talk about how you fuck women.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or we could talk about, you know, what makes a woman virtuous or things of that nature. Let me fuck with your mind real quick.
Right.
Then it's like, alright. So after a while, you know, you give them ratchetness for a while, but then you start easing in, you know, the righteousness with it.
Right.
And then after a while, they don't want to hear that ratchet shit from you no more. They want that knowledge. So it takes a while. It's mad trial and error. Trial and error, for sure.
So, since starting, you said you started 2 years ago.
Yep.
Do you feel that you guys, how has your life changed?
Oh, man, I'm still same
Yeah, I'm the same person. The only thing that changes out there is don't want a 9 to 5.
Okay.
Me doing that whole like, oh, become a mechanic. My mom's like, become an RN, doing all this shit. I'm like,
Right.
nah. That's the only thing that really changed. Before I did podcasting, that was it. It was like, oh, I'm gonna be a mechanic. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to the army.
Oh, hell no.
Black men don't belong in the army, but
Say it a little louder for the people in the back.
yeah, black men and women don't belong in the army.
It's a fact.
Let Donald Trump fight his own war.
Amen.
That's a fact.
So I'm really changed. Been the same me.
As far as I go, what really changed? I guess, I wouldn't call it publicity, but you know, people know me more. I was rather reserved. I was never outside. Like
I heard
kids
you
like
say that a few times.
Yeah,
I feel like you're lying.
Nah.
He's
Both of y'all?
Nah, oh no.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Whoa.
It goes the narratives. Unspoken narratives.
No, I'm just. Okay.
My life usually was, you know, work, go home. I found enjoyment in my house.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you keep your ass home.
Right.
But then, you know, another thing with the podcast, you gotta learn how to network. You know, you gotta, you know, shake babies and kiss babies.
That's shake them.
You shake baby? That's crazy.
But you know, kiss babies, shake hands, things of that nature. You know, you gotta let people see you, and then you kind of gotta get used to it because it's weird.
People knowing you,
and you have no idea who they are.
How do y'all handle that?
I try not to be awkward. I'm an awkward ass person.
Really?
Yeah.
How do I handle it? I straight up ask you, yo, what's your at name? So if I see your at name, then I kind of put a face to, you know, Cause niggas add pictures, they profile pictures don't mean who
be
they
there.
are when they.
That's true.
One of my son's shit is Donald Trump. I'm like, bro.
Like my man Skip, his
AI.
add pictures Allen Iverson, so I don't expect to see AI when Skip
Right.
comes to meet me. So sometimes you gotta know who they are, and then you oh, okay, what's up? How you doing?
How's the cloud?
Ain't no such
Ain't
thing
no
as
man.
clout.
Oh, okay.
We ain't got no clout. We ain't got no clout.
You know why clout not real? Because I can't put it in my bank account. I can't deposit it. I can't withdraw it. I can't move my mother out the hood. That shit is pointless, bro. Clout gets you killed.
That's true.
It just makes you skip a line.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right.
That's what I'll take. I gotta skip a line.
Yeah.
I'll skip the line.
But the only way clout really becomes beneficial is if you using it to network.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you can't climb that ladder, whatever your ladder is, whether it's your 9 to 5 or your creative life, if you're not climbing it the right way, because there's multiple ways to get clout. But if you're doing it the right way, then it's like, alright, use it to network, use it to build your, one of the best networks is Greek life.
That's a fact.
Some of these, especially the members of the Divine Nine, they literally don't even need a resume half the time.
True.
If somebody in that work establishment is a part of the Divine Nine, especially their fraternity or sorority, sorry ladies, they literally have the job.
True.
So you got to think about it. Your clout got to be your Divine Nine some way, somehow. Like you got to use that to be, oh, that's LaShawn from What's a Good Guy. He's a good person.
Right.
Rock with him. So that person will give you the benefit, of the doubt. Yo, Don said, yo, What's a Good Guy is it. So I'm going to rock with them.
Okay.
So if your clout is literally healthy, then you should be fine. But you got to be patient because you get skipped over the niggas who's doing the crazy ass clout.
That's true. So, What's a Good Guy, I believe, is an even balance. I haven't really seen anything ratchet, even though someone was a little ratchet the first episode. We're not going to get into that.
Who was on that episode?
Out of all the episodes that you have, which one hit home the most? Which one did you get the most feedback with? Which one resonates with you forever?
I got a couple.
I gotta go with this number one all the time.
Yeah,
that's Bishop's episode.
That's Bishop's episode. We did an episode with Archbishop Rochford from New Life Cathedral.
Okay.
We actually shot it in a church, so that was dope.
Wow.
Yeah, that was dope to do an episode in a church. And
y'all were in a church and.
Oh, I didn't curse. I didn't say
that.
I don't remember.
That was our first and only episode that wasn't explicit.
Yeah.
The first episode?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
I
listen to every intro.
Yeah. So even the intro was changed. So yeah, just out of respect for the
church.
The church. And he basically I feel like every man should listen to that episode. Period. After that, we did an episode called Dead Black Men. We kind of tackled that men ain't shit
featuring John Peterson
topic. That one I held close.
You had to do that whole one by yourself.
And we did an episode with Wayno, which was dope. That was episode 100, and the wisdom he gave was like through the roof.
Yeah, with the whole networking and everything, just being a man and just having a family, doing this shit, it was amazing. And
we'll throw a woman in there. I think, because we do a series called, we do a Women's History Month tribute.
Which is dope.
So we dedicate the whole month of February to women. And Melaine, the virtuous woman, was a dope episode. And then, I think I liked the Melanin on Wall Street.
Right.
Black men do get married, by the way.
Yeah, black men do get married. But it was dope to see women in Wall Street and corporate America talk about their day-to-day and how they try to branch out and the things they deal with. So yeah, those are the few episodes. Did my clout access Wayno? No, my clout didn't access Wayno. My network did. So we bodied Cam's episode from Deuce and Palooza. And a great friend of ours named Skrills, he ran into Wayno. And Wayno, he pitched the episode to Wayno, and you know Wayno was like, yeah, have them reach out to me, whatever. But you know, you hear that and you don't really think nothing of it. I forgot where I was. I think I was in Paris. No. Nah. I was somewhere. No homo. But I'm in the shower and I'm like, yo, I'm a fucking DM Wayno. Yeah,
but now you in the shower. That's one of those.
So it's one of those, yo, bro, stop being a punk. Cause at this time we're gearing up for episode 100. So I'm like, yo, I want to hit this episode out the park. Like episode 100 gotta go down in history as like, that's it. They've arrived, right? That's the type of moment I was looking for. Mm-hmm. So I'm literally, I type it out, and I'm like, this nigga ain't gonna read this shit. I'm like, fuck it, press send. I hear my phone go off, and I'm thinking it's a text message from the group chat or something. And Wayno was like, no problem, brother, I'll do it. I said, oh, okay. Shit.
That was one of the best texts I got.
Yeah.
Right?
So I screenshot it and sent it to Don. I'm like, yo. Don was like, yo, stop fucking with me.
Yo, bro. Don't tell me shit like that.
So yeah, I would say shoot your shot. I mean, that was actually one of our episodes to like actually take chances. Everybody's seen like the 4 episodes we started the year with, and yo, you know, most people call it the 4 for 4, but in actuality, it's like we're like 4 for 18. So people don't realize the episodes we don't get because our clout can't access that.
And certain guests aren't that like out there like how Wayno is out there and all that.
Yeah. So certain people were like, they would actually want us to have more clout before they even give us a shot. So sometimes when you're so focused on delivering great content, you get lost in the clout because they rather fuck with somebody who's gonna expose them to a newer audience than to, you know, sit down and build with, you know, 2 young guys. So it's hardship. So don't think all the episodes we've got, like some of the episodes that we've done is like a year overdue. We've been trying to get these people for like a while. Shout outs to Chloe. We went to her live show. Before the year ended, before this year started, I was trying to get her for like episode 88, 87. And she ended up being episode 101. So you gotta be patient too.
Get a job 101.
Yeah, you can't even like, if y'all can't work out y'all schedules, you can't be like, yo, they fronting on me. If you really want it, just stay patient. Eventually,
yeah, because they fronted on me when I first asked.
I didn't front.
And Don wasn't fronting, but LaShawn,
yeah, because the way, well, I won't say the days you record them. Technically, we live, right? So you record on a Tuesday. I'm not off on Tuesday, so I had to wait till like I got like enough hours. To like at least like say I called out for you. See what I'm saying?
We have arrived, y'all.
So I didn't want to like, you know, call out, you know, end up in. I was gonna do it. It was just I had to get my work situated first.
Right.
So now we here and it's perfect timing.
It is perfect time because I have like 600 extra followers, so that's good.
Shit, man.
So now, oh wait, one last question. This is my question. If you could have anybody famous on the show, who would it be?
Alive with that.
Anybody.
Oh. Yeah, Nipsey Hussle. Yeah.
Oh, that was a good episode.
Yeah. But outside of Nip, one of the episodes I want to do one of these days, might have to wait till he retire, but LeBron.
Okay.
And I got an episode called Heavy is the Head That Wears the Crown.
I'm waiting for that one for a while.
Yeah, so I think it would be dope to, at that point where LeBron is done, and he could actually talk about teammates and challenges and obstacles and stuff like that. I think it would be dope that the pressure he had to deal with out the gate as 17-year-old, 18-year-old out of St. Vincent. That'd be dope. And while everybody knows I want the Wale episode.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, because he gets a bad rap.
Seriously?
Everybody
Yeah, as far as his personality and things like that. So there's a couple things I want to ask him about, his perspective on what's a good guy. So yeah, those two for the most part. And if my club can ever get me that close, Barack Obama for sure.
I was gonna say that. That's the first thing my mind, bro. Yeah,
Barack
being
Obama
the face of America, bro, and
black man.
Him not ever having a scandal on him, bro, is amazing to me, bro.
Yeah.
Oh God, bro, like. People waiting for people like him to slip up. Like,
and one of my questions to him is, do you feel like we let him down? Because we voted for him, but we didn't vote to like put the right people around him.
Right.
And that's like the biggest flaw that us as Americans we do, or us as voters, because most of us ain't all American, but us as voters, we voted to get him in, but like his surrounding cast, we like dropped the ball on.
Right.
So I wonder if he personally feel like, we let him down. Because I know a lot of people that say he let us down, but at the same time, it's like, did you vote for your Senate? Did you vote for the secretary? Did you vote for this? Did you vote for that? Nah, I didn't even know about it. Then,
kind of fucked up, bro.
You got a bunch of people who's gonna, every time he puts something out there for us, they're gonna say no.
Right.
And you gotta understand how it works. If 32 all of them say no, and he's putting out a bill for us, that shit trash. We're not gonna see it anyway.
Right.
So it's kind of like, yeah, you put out all these promises, but then we equipped him with the right ammunition to get these promises done.
Damn. You wouldn't choose Jay too?
Oh, Jay-Z, yeah. Well, yeah. I am.
That's one thing.
I don't know if I am the money over Jay-Z dinner, like how they say, would you take 50 racks or go to dinner with Jay-Z?
Nigga be tight with Jay-Z, but you gotta pay, cuz.
I don't know if I'd take that dinner.
If bill look like that, nigga, I'll be washing dishes.
It depends how long the dinner is, because sometimes dinner only lasts like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I can do a lot with this 50 racks.
And you could get he could drop a lot of jewels.
Yeah, but I'll wait for the next album. 50 racks, 100 racks. I see somebody say, would you turn out 10 million or send Jay-Z? Are you dumb?
Nah, I don't know.
Nah, I'm taking the 10 mil.
Okay.
I'm taking the 10 mil. I'll use 2.5 for that to get a courtside seat at whatever game he's at. And the game is like 3 hours long, so that's a 3 hour conversation.
What do you do with Beyonce then?
And I have a conversation with Beyonce, 2 for 1. Shit, that's a sale to me.
How you think, your brother?
Now it's time to get into the wonderful questions of everyone on Instagram.
I think my key's done.
We're gonna kick it off with a few icebreakers. It's facts or fiction based. Answer truthfully and honestly, and y'all can answer at the same time.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I think so.
First question: women are more shallow than men. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction, I believe so.
Yeah, fiction.
He's like go outside, go to the store, put jewelry on the shirt.
Second question: chivalry is dead.
No.
Yeah, fiction.
Third question: women tear men down based off of their experience and their experiences alone.
That's a fact. That's where a good guy came from. Because half of the problems is that you deal with women with a broken heart, and then now I have to build a wall I didn't. I have to break a wall I didn't build. So if you got cheated on, automatically you gonna have trust issues with me. What the fuck that got to do with me?
What if it's not that?
Oh my God.
What if it's not so much of, I got my heart broken? What if you're the first interaction I've had and I have no experience on love, so I don't know how to respond to you? That
is where what's a good guy came from. So my thing is, women want a good man. When you get one, what are you gonna do with it?
But what if I don't have the experience? Are you gonna take time, or are you gonna bash me on the podcast?
Don't look for a man.
What I do?
You should know how to love yourself first. Hold yourself down first. Certain accountability things you need to know how to do on your own before you even introduce love into your life. Because how you want $1 million but you can't manage 10? You see what I'm saying? So if you ain't got yourself in order, how you gonna manage another person and their personality and their needs and their emotional roller coaster? You can't even handle yours. You ready to quit on yourself? You gonna quit on a man?
Chill.
I say.
But what if it's the right person, wrong time? What if you
that's true. That's true. But at the same time, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So if you stay ready, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you know, life be lifing, but still at the same time,
financially too,
if you prepare yourself, you know, you can't. It's hard living in a studio apartment with two people, so you gotta think about love in the same concept. If you feel closed in your space, how the hell are you gonna accompany another person? We gonna try to make it work? No, get yourself together first. Make sure you ready for this. Make sure whatever baggage you got is not here when you come, and then we could figure it out. But that's the battle that's a lot of unnecessary battles that young couples go through.
Right.
Somebody's bringing baggage that don't belong here.
But
No buts.
yes,
No
because you
buts.
know I got something to say. What if they have baggage, but you feel for them? Y'all have a connection that y'all feel that y'all wouldn't find anywhere else. Would you work through that baggage?
Yeah, nah. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I'm trying to figure it out. But that's the whole Superman mentality that some of us play. But then you gotta realize sometimes Superman is Clark Kent. Like, you've never seen Superman be Superman 24/7. So there's a time where we don't want to carry your baggage, you know?
You got baggage of your own.
Oh, hell no. Because first of all, a lot of y'all come with baggage too.
Huh?
That's
a fact.
That happens, but
that's a fact.
That's what come back to. You got to work on yourself first.
Yeah.
And a lot of women.
But your question was.
Okay.
So I'm only going
Because I'm
with
not
the
attacking guys.
It's definitely a fact.
Let me ask him.
All right. Let's go to the next question. Dating gets easier as you get older.
Facts.
Mainly because you can swift through the bullshit more swiftly.
Yeah, facts. You was about to say false. Let that go. Go ahead.
Facts?
Why is it false? Well, I say
it
facts.
gets easier when you get older.
Absolutely. I know
Bro,
what I want.
It's like as you get older, bro. You say you lose your job. It's annoying to start a new one, bro. Every time you date, you got to start off with a new person. It's like,
oh, I see what you're saying,
bro.
I see what you're saying because
I might just adopt some fucking cats, bro. I'm tired of this shit right now.
After a while, you get tired of meeting new parents and this, that, and the third, or introducing a woman to your parents. But dating is like Bishop said, you collecting data.
Bro, that's too much data, bro. If
But-
you drop on, it's gonna run out of memory sooner or later, bro.
2 terabyte, bro. But nah, you kind of gauge what you want at a certain time in your life. You know, you kind of have this idea of what you want.
Right.
So you could weave out the bullshit from early. You know what I'm saying? So you could kind of like, there's a woman that I went on a date with, and she was so full of herself, and that's the last time I've ever seen her. So you know, you just don't even, you know, one time is fine with me, like Drake said. So.
What if she was clearly?
How are you referring to that, bro?
What if the first date she was nervous and her mechanism was to talk about herself?
That's horrible.
Second chances.
You gotta be silent and just let me talk.
Wow.
Damn.
No second chances, both of y'all?
It depends. If you talk about yourself way too much,
yeah, it was just.
What's too much?
Bro, I've been on a date with a woman to talk in third person. I am good.
Yeah.
At this age?
Yeah, they don't pay that. I'm like, okay. You know, you're not going to Dutch, right? I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna pay for it. Don't worry about it. You ain't gonna see me again.
And then at a certain age, pointless dating is like,
Yeah, bro,
it's irrelevant. It's too much money to
It's
waste,
a waste
bro.
of money.
Facts.
I'm not saying people are waste,
You look you look back at your bank account, seeing that you spent like $120 on a date.
What?
On a date that's not even gonna go a second date. Nah, man, you know what I could do with that $120?
She done drink 4 mojitos. My nigga, I'm tight. This shit's not even going well. My nigga,
Nah.
When y'all say pointless dating, right? Do you mean that you enter the situation automatically like, oh, this could potentially go somewhere, I could see her being like...
Nah, that's not pointless because
Alright.
I think that's a part of being the hopeless romantic. And
Alright.
you're hopeful that it's gonna work out. I think pointless dating is like, you know,
just fucking around mad people at once.
yeah. Or you know, the serial daters or the people who don't have nothing in their fridge or anything in their fridge and they need something to eat, so they hit you up. Took my less late.
What the fuck?
Saving niggas, food niggas be catching on you down there.
Yeah.
Nah,
a couple women that save niggas on the food, shit like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Not me though.
Oh, nice.
Lucky to get some water, sure.
Should be.
Cute, wow.
Get some tea, courtesy of We Work.
2 questions left. You can't claim someone you ain't fucking. That wasn't mine.
For a man or a woman, because that's a totally different ballgame.
Y'all are answering for whoever y'all want to answer to.
Okay,
y'all
so
are the teachers this episode.
So a woman, I feel like she can claim you if she will claim you if she's emotionally attached.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she lets you in without the physical interaction, I think there's more times where she's not gonna tolerate certain bullshit.
Right.
Us men, I don't know if we really care. So in a sense of if I'm digging you, but I know we not together, I'm not gonna be upset. You gotta charge it to the game.
Right.
But as far as women go, I think it's more emotional. Cause I've dealt with women who you hit them with the yo, we not even together. Boy, that is not a good.
You're trying to get poked up. I am good.
But you hit them with the we not together, you kind of see the hurt in those words, and it's like, yeah, we may not have the title, but damn, we do everything like a couple.
Right.
So you kind of gotta reassess. Like, damn. Sometimes a lot of us are in relationships without the titles. Like, we do relationship shit, we traveling, we out on dates, we going out in public, we kissing before we leave the car.
Sounds like a couple of me.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why I came here.
Shit like that.
Wow.
So then you fuck around and then you calling out of work. I know y'all doing all of this, spending time and stuff like that. Only to hear somebody say, "Yo, we not together," is kind of like. Damn, even as a man, I think some of us would be like, "Yo, the fuck you talking?"
You should be.
You're not my girl, but damn, you my shorty. You know what T-Pain said? I'm not your man, but you my shorty.
Girls don't fall for that. Please.
Why not?
Please,
a lot of y'all are in that.
Please. I wasn't gonna say that, but no, do not fall for that. It depends. It really depends.
I had one woman dad tell me like, yo, if we ain't fucking, we ain't nothing. I said, oh.
Was she from Queens?
Well, no.
I hope she ain't watching. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
She really said, look, if we ain't fucking, we ain't nothing. I said, oh, do that calm. All right. Fuck around, go to my mother's jewelry box. I ain't fucking.
So the basis behind tonight's episode, if anybody's just now tuning in, I had a conversation with Rock from the Unpopular Opinion podcast. And not usually, because we don't talk about relationships all the time. He's pretty well with his content, but on a personal level, we talk about relationships and dating. And when I tell him my views on things, he's like, "Samara, get out of date. You don't know what you're talking about because you haven't been single in 7 years." People act like that's like 70 years.
7 years? So you survived the 5-year curse.
What's the 5-year curse?
So I have a theory that something always goes bad in the 5th year, and whether depending on your relationship, you'll make it out after the 5th year. So I have the 4th going into the 5th. Those 365 days that lead up to the 5th year, I feel like something traumatic is gonna happen. Somebody's gonna cheat, or something crazy is gonna happen. And then it's like, nah, I'm done with this. Or you finally get the courage to leave after all the bullshit. So yeah, I believe in a 5-year curse. So yeah, I made it through. So that's
7 years?
Shout outs to us.
You put a ring on it yet?
I'm technically engaged.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Will, I hate you.
Black excellence.
Thanks. Anyway,
It's a black kid, right?
Huh?
It's a
Of
black
course.
Listen.
No offense, guys, but
Yeah, well, I'm not one of those.
Yeah, I'm not one of those. Love is love.
Love is love, bro.
yeah, I had to be with a black king. In order to understand a black woman, you have to. All right. So what age did you guys start dating?
17. My first serious relationship was 17.
Oh, relationship, you mean? Or just dating?
anything that you want.
Probably like 13, 14.
Damn.
What had to be all that?
You said 13, I said 12.
13, 14.
Okay. All right.
It's never mind. Good years.
Oh boy, RPG, my nigga.
What
I saw you say it showed.
What was actually? I ain't gonna find it. I got my Bible.
Okay, so another question that came up on an episode that I did recently with Rock of the Unpopular Opinion podcast.
Shout out to that.
Shout outs to that. We have Mr. CEO of GFC. Shout out to the CEO. So, this is another thing that I'm out of touch, so maybe they can elaborate about it. They said that they never met a woman who made them put on a condom. It's always the man that enforces, oh, I'm going to put a condom on. Do you...
Oh, niggas living in the Bronx.
Within y'all's sexual journey...
I'm a virgin.
Well, if you've had any conversations about sex, do you feel that there's any truth to that? Do men usually enforce the condom, or women are just, I don't want to say women.
I'm not gonna lie. Before I even, the condom's already dead. Like, you know it's dead.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. If it's a kill, then you gotta go to war. You gotta have, the right heavy artillery.
You gotta have the boot on you, bro. It's like right there in your pocket, bro.
If it's wifey, bro, what the fuck is a condom, bro?
Shit, me.
I mean, before wifey status, like y'all like free agents. Y'all not fucking with nobody on a serious level.
Oh yeah, you bring a condom. Yeah,
it is what it is.
I think it's a sign of respect for her.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. You feel me?
But do women, like, if you weren't, it sounds like it's overt for y'all.
Nah. Women, I think women will still ask. They'll still ask.
I messed with one girl who she asked me, "You have a condom?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." I ain't taking any offense to it.
Mm-hmm.
I had one that saw the condom, looked at me like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
I saw. There's one.
No, we're not using that. Let's go on now. Nah, niggas wild, bro. Niggas trying to burn me up. Not this guy. Not this fella.
So most women that whatever you did, there was a boot involved.
You want to see it? You gotta have protection.
All right. So I'm not that out of touch. Thanks.
I mean, you've been with one man for 7 years, bro.
Yeah, you
all out of touch.
I'm not, no disrespect, you're a dinosaur. You don't know what's going on. No disrespect.
2012?
Shit. 2012?
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know why you say nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But you just not hip to the game.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all gonna school me today?
No.
No. Respect. You're the action man.
That's beyond me.
That's above me.
That's above me, yeah. That's above me.
That's above me.
That's a fact.
It's above my pay grade. I'm good.
So, they are awful. Before we get into them, since you guys want to be funny, I got some heavy artillery for y'all.
Alright.
If you could describe your dating life when you first started 13 and 17, what from 13 to let's say 20, or from 17 to let's say
24.
There we go. 24. Describe it in one word. How was it? What was it? What happened?
Tragic. Yeah, tragic.
I say fast.
Wow. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Tragic. At the time, I thought I was with the love of my life. The only girl I knew, and it didn't work out. So you kind of did. As a man, you. I think that's when you find yourself. That first heartbreak. Then you got the Neo coming to you with the red pill and the blue pill. The blue pill is, fuck it. Fuck bitches, get money. Back then, Lil Wayne was on fire. Mm-hmm. So, smash everything you see. or you kind of regroup and bet on love. So, I did the the red pill. I bet on love again, and then you kind of run into the same thing, and it's like, damn. Then you kind of get the concept of like, yo, are all women the same? And you kind of find yourself, and then you realize who you want to be as a man, as a significant other, as a leader, as a father, blah blah blah, you know, all that mushy gushy stuff. But yeah, it was tragic because going through that, thinking like, damn, I lost 5 years, bro.
Oh God! That's where the fire comes.
Nah, I've seen it happen to a lot of people. Like my whole group chat went through a 5-year curse.
I heard the tattoo curse, not the 5-year.
Well, yeah, that's true. Cause
my tattoos.
Yeah, there's 2 women that got my name tattooed.
The tattoo curse is real, y'all.
Yeah.
My boy out here doing his thing, bro. My shit was just fast because I was just being fast. That was it. That's basically it.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I slowed down. It was like,
slow down.
That's it.
So, thanks to the wonderful people of Instagram, I came up with a segment just for y'all. It's called "Am I Dating a Good Guy?"
Ooh.
/ Am I dating a good girl?
Good woman.
Good woman. There we go. Sorry, y'all.
I don't want you to get wild on them.
Right. So basically, it derived from the notion that all the questions that you guys asked, it was like y'all wanted advice from them, which I think is dope. So this will be an open discussion. It's a bunch of scenarios. We're gonna pick out a few, and you're gonna give the best advice you can give them. We're gonna start. You're not gonna answer together. You're getting separate questions.
Alright.
Rock, paper, scissors. Who goes first?
Oh, there's one more. There's one more. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Alright.
Alright, go first.
Oh,
All
shit.
right.
I thought who?
Nope.
All the way around.
All right.
Well, I lost, so do I go first?
No.
Okay.
First question goes to Don.
I said he goes first? He won, right?
No.
He's first.
Why?
No, but I want to answer this
Nah.
question.
Alright, let me go.
Okay, Don. Why do men make you fall in love, cut your mother off, pretend to love you back, and then don't?
Whoa. Let's bring it back.
You scared go to church.
Oh, wait. You repeat that one time?
Ooh, that sounded personal.
Rewind that one time.
No. First of all, well, I don't know, actually.
Now rewind what that says.
Why do men make you fall in love, cut your mother off, pretend to love you back, and then dump you?
Ooh.
What would you give this female
Why do men do that?
advice?
Damn, that brother wasn't ready.
Okay.
He thought he was. He's probably still in his whole phase. That's all it is.
What's the whole phase?
When you dying and popping everywhere, you dating multiple women.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably just thought he fucked with you, and then I guess shit probably got boring, and he was just like, yo, I got a dip. He probably didn't make an excuse and just did.
It doesn't sound like you made an excuse. What are some signs that she should have looked for to see if she was gonna get dumped?
That's difficult because everybody's really different.
Mm-hmm.
So he could probably be playing the perfect guy role, and then one day he just changed up.
Right.
So, shit, that's difficult. Yeah, consistency, but you can get consistency from anybody though. Like, if that person wants what, like, he probably got the cookie and the dip, and he's gonna be on you. He's gonna be on you every day, texting you, calling you, FaceTiming you. Let's go out to eat. Let's do this. So,
Are you saying that she should have gave up the ass sooner?
No. I didn't say that. We ain't protect your cookie. Hot girl summer.
Protect your cookie. That's right.
Hot girl summer. But pay attention to consistency though. And if he's like vanishes from time to time, like pay attention to that too as well. How he treats you, if he courteous, you know, shows love, affection, all of that shit. Pay attention to shit like that.
That was a good answer.
So I'll tell you about that.
All right, LaShawn.
Don was so good, just give him another one.
I am good. I don't want to talk anymore.
LaShawn. So we have a female that asked, I've been dealing with this guy on and off for 2 years. We recently became official 6 months ago, and we still haven't had sex. We haven't even talked about it. Should I be concerned?
Hold yourself down, my brother.
That's you. You get so hard.
Hold yourself down, my brother.
Should I be concerned? How should I approach it?
Take that shit, shorty. What the fuck you doing? Take it.
Oh. She needs consent, brother. She needs consent.
Take it, bro. Wait, they've been together for 2 years.
On and off, and they became official.
On and off. How many? How's it on? How's it off?
So the on and off, right? Were they? Well, I guess you wouldn't know, but were they having sex before?
Never had sex.
Well, she should find out his religious faith, where he's at with it. Like, if he's actually saving himself for marriage, then you gotta kind of respect that. That's his religious faith. But if it's not that, this is what you do.
Oh boy.
You go to Sea-Town, right?
Sea-Town still exists?
Yeah, you get the 2 for $5 grapefruits. You cut that shit open.
God.
You carve that shit out. And you give him the grapefruit. Boy.
What if he doesn't want any of that? What if he... This isn't my question.
No, if you don't, what was he doing when he out off?
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? What was he doing when he out off? I mean, listen, celibacy is a real thing. Like my man Sharon, he got married this year. He was celibate for like 5 years, 6 years before, you know, he did it. He finally, you know, got married and now he's fucking like a rabbit.
Exactly what he said.
But celibacy is a real thing, and that's that. To be honest, that's to be commended because that's more of a mental game.
That's difficult.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can always rub one out. You know. So.
Oh my God.
That's a waste of $600, fellas. I'm saying that right
or
now.
cash out. You know, your fellas find out if your soldiers are marching, you can get $600 for your sperm. So yeah, I think just find out if he's celibate or he's walking in his faith of celibacy, and if so, then you know, at least you know. But if not, then take it. You know, show him what that mouth do.
Done. All right. I've been dating this guy for a few months now, and every time that we're out together, I see him stare at other women. At first, it didn't happen often, but now he does it frequently, even to the point that some of our mutual friends, both guy and girls, notice and inform me. What should I say to him the next time I see it?
Tell him it's disrespectful. Tell him it's disrespectful to do that around you. But people gonna look regardless.
Yeah,
people gonna look regardless. It's difficult to tell somebody, yo, don't look.
But stare,
like,
the staring is
like if you walk past this, you know what I'm saying, or you know, it's.
But you tell him though. You tell him that's disrespectful. Like, don't do that. It kind of is.
Cause eyes don't touch.
Oh hell.
Nah, come on, man, don't do that.
I'm just saying, like.
So you see it. You with your woman, and there's a beautiful she. I don't want to get into details, but she got a.
She up voluptuous.
But you understand me? You know what I'm saying, bro?
And
she moving past you. You gonna stay. But
how is it invisible, bro?
Okay.
I don't understand. If I'm
look
going
at,
like this, that's OD. But if she's walking in front of us, and her back is facing my front, you want me to walk like that? Like, the context is where that lies. If he's like staring or
that's
like if they're conversing and you're talking to me and I'm like yeah. That's disrespectful. Call him out. But if it's there, then it's there. You know what I'm saying? A man isn't blind, and neither is a woman. I'm pretty sure she got her man crush, whoever, that she stays on his page for extra 5 minutes.
That doesn't count, guys. Why do men think that count?
But that's in front of him. Though.
He's not a real person?
In front of him. No, I'm saying in front of
him.
him.
He's not a real person. The man
He's
crush.
Not accessible.
Neither is the woman. You just physically can see them. That don't make somebody accessible.
Fuck this shit. So let's flip it.
Uh-huh.
Y'all out, let's say you're at the gym. A guy is walking towards you guys with gray sweatpants. And
on some
Baywatch
like, shit.
Yeah, and you just catch her like watching. Is that an issue? Would you say something?
Is it the stare or is it the watch? That's the context of it.
Like,
if it's one of those, like
then it's like you ODing. But
what if it's just like, yeah, babe. So you know, yeah,
That's the staring.
That's staring. You just staring and looking at the same time.
No, that's a broken stare. A stare is like there's no breakage. It's back and forth. Is that an issue?
You keep glancing. You know what I mean? You get one glance.
Listen, my thing is, Yeah, that nobody.
Don't deal with
just
that
don't
shit,
be.
Because you don't want to come off as disrespectful.
But she should call them out because
Yeah,
if your friends, if the friends making it worse,
ain't making it look bad.
Yeah, the friends make it hot.
Just talk to him. You gotta be careful what you say. It's not what you say. It's how you say it.
Facts. Communication is key. Hey, babe, this is bothering me.
You keep looking at fat ass when I'm around, though. That's kind of.
And she might not have one, so she might feel it.
Exactly. Be respectful. So for LaShawn,
facts.
How should I maneuver with a woman who pops up every now and again, tell me she's into me, but doesn't want to deal with me seriously?
Cut her out. Fuck all that bullshit.
What if she just needs time?
Fuck that.
Hold on, she keep what?
She keep popping in and out of his life.
Yeah. And keep killing? Is that person killing?
No.
You're not killing? Oh, no. Well, you gotta go.
Whether you kill it or not, bro.
There we go.
You need consistency. Like, I don't have time for you to come in my life.
I'm trying to come in my life.
Me trying to, readjust my life to fit you and then you leave. Bro, you gotta start making people feel like, once they leave that seat is now valuable for another person to sit in.
Mm-hmm.
Most women will feel like they got the one up. They could walk in and out of your life. Once they walk out, the door should be able to lock once they walk out.
Right.
Like, at least let you decide whether you want them to enter back in. Mm-hmm. But not the whole, I'm going to come back, this, that, and the third. Nah, fuck all that. Mm-hmm. Nah, respect yourself as a king, and you deserve that much.
You pop up
and then when you put your foot down, when a woman, one of my favorite shows was with Dwayne and Whitney. Different world. And Dwayne was a pushover for a while when it came to her because he was so head over heels. Mm-hmm. But then he put his foot down. And boy, the role changed. My brother, put your fucking foot down and watch her change up.
For the next season?
Yeah, that's a fact. So no, my brother, don't do that to yourself. Because you only hurt yourself.
Kill one more time, brother.
All right. So, last question.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you guys can answer.
Mm-hmm.
Why do women feel that love is a quick fix for anything they're going through?
I don't think they feel that. I don't think they feel that. Mm-hmm. I think we are just hopeless romantics. Mm-hmm. I do feel, but then you gotta be careful of these people that I call void fillers. Mm-hmm. So certain people, I'll generalize it like that, don't really have a meaning outside of a significant other.
Yeah, like they don't have a life, so they're always.
Yeah, like you ever notice one person who's always in a relationship? Damn, that ain't.
You love love.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, you love love. So like they've never had like it's always good to one of my questions that I ask women when I was dating and stuff like that, how long you been single?
That's a good question.
Then you kind of gauge how, if they jump from relationship to relationship. So yeah. So it depends on that person. But I don't think women do that. But I think everybody wants to be loved by somebody.
Right.
Eventually. So yeah.
You agree?
I do.
Oh, okay. I want to thank you guys for coming out. Plug yourself in. You guys are amazing.
Oh, yeah, you can follow me at Stay Focus LA on Instagram and Twitter. Stay Focus LA. You can follow the podcast at What's a Good Guy on Instagram and Twitter.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Don Peasley, DonPeasley. And
last question.
Uh-huh.
Are you guys good guys?
Depends on the day.
That depends who you ask.
Okay.
You already know what it is, motherfucker. It's your most secret lover, as always, Don Peasley. Alongside of LaShawn, you're now tuned into episode 308, A Few Good Men on Noir Online TV. Check us out, man.
Okay, so we're back. We're creating history tonight since these two don't want to go home.
Nah.
We're going to continue with part 2.
It's not as bad as I thought, man. I thought you was going to get interrogated.
That doesn't get bad, Sean.
Who said that part 2 wouldn't be an interrogation, though?
I'll reconsider it. Go home.
Blast.
All right, so we have more questions from the ladies and the gentlemen. What else? Okay, let's go with. both of y'all answering from now on.
All right.
We're gonna start with LaShawn first. What is a man's honest objective when dating a female? What else did she say? I feel that men date for sex, or that's a play for sex. They don't date for the long-term goal.
Pussy could be bought, bro. So no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dior, I don't think Dior costs that much.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay away from Dior though.
Your niggas get clapped.
Right.
But I mean, I always wondered why men would go as far as dating a woman, because you know how just to kill, because you know how much money you got to spend into that. So if you gonna technically you buying the pussy, you got to pay for the date, whatever fit you bought that goes into that. So say you fit like $200, say the meal's $100, say gas is $40, and you killed that night, right? You spent $340 for some pussy. I could have bought that shit off the back end for $85. So if that's the case, then just buy the ass, bro. So
if you don't take it serious, if you don't want to take it serious.
Yeah. And I'm all about, and you know how much, what else you lost? A lot of time.
Right.
Time wasted, you never
So
get
that's something you can't get back. You know, I could do a couple hours of OT, make back up that money. But time, but once again, you know, you gotta spend extra time. So,
some brothers do though.
Some brothers do. Though I be trying to show them like, yo, check your bank account.
Right.
Then dating multiple women at the same time and doing that, bro.
And if you got one round out of shorty, one round for $340. That's
not everybody can go to. What's the problem?
Huh?
Not everybody can go 2 rounds.
Then you shouldn't be doing all of that. Then you really gotta tone it all the way back. If you a one-hitter quitter, bro, then $340 for one round?
That's a lot of De Niro.
Nigga, the fucking motel is $55, the ass is $85.
Yo, bro, how do you know these prices? Somebody, you gotta catch, bro.
I'm saying, I've never purchased for
I can't. I don't think I can myself to do that.
But I'm saying, if you have the ability, like,
don't waste nobody's time.
That's a fact. If porn been free since
$600, bro.
Since the internet.
$600,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? So nah, bro, it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Or if that's the case, you that desperate for pussy.
And you trying to be somebody that you're not, bro?
Amazon got the robot pussies, you know, the robot sex toys.
So when you drop those.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, get Amazon Prime. You know?
I should that shit don't glitch out. That's all I care about.
Electrocuted. But yeah, nah, that's just a waste of time, bro. Don't do it to yourself. Brothers, don't do it to yourself. Ladies,
just don't but let's go back to that question that I was asked.
But here's the thing though, right? Outside of like illegal things like rape, shorty knows she giving up the box though. So don't put all of it on the man.
Yeah, she makes a decision. She makes a decision the first couple minutes she's with you if she feels your aura.
That's so.
And I've heard this by multiple women, but that's something that I say, oh.
Let's not put all the accountability on the man. If she feels like this nigga's only dating me for pussy, why give it to him? Why know that? Why even feel that and still do it? Why go against your own conscience?
I don't think it necessarily.
So how they end up having
my
sex?
dinosaur days.
Yeah, you 7 years out the game, bro.
Yeah, you don't know nothing.
The graphics done changed.
Yeah, shit. You don't know
You know, we got new players. Kobe done retired. It's out the game.
You got this one down, Grady. This one down, Grady.
Yeah, man. It's kind of.
It's above you. You gotta see that thing, bro. It's over.
7 years out, bro.
What if that's not?
Obama's not in office anymore.
Obama not even in office.
I gotta have some good next time.
Oh, shit.
What if that's not? What if she? Okay, let's rewind the situation.
Okay.
Because they jumping me. That's not what part of the is about. What if she doesn't know that he's only in it for sex? What if he shows her one face in the beginning, as most men do, and it just happens that way?
Well, forgive her for what she don't know, but, you know, don't fall for the same thing twice. What about that? What about the I miss him. He ain't shit, but I miss him. That's your fault, baby. If my fucking sign tell you I ain't shit, and you come back, what the fuck you mad at me for? You know I wasn't shit to begin with. You found that out the first time. Charge it. The first time, charge it to the game. The second time,
you gotta,
that's your credit line, baby.
Shit, that was balls.
That was my fault. Some of these women be double backing. So, you ain't, a woman can't change a man, ever. I haven't met one woman that changed a man. The man changed himself. You know what I'm saying? He may have a little motivation or inspiration that I need to get my shit together, but at the end of the day, he got his shit together, not her.
Do you feel that men have the power to change women?
Hell yeah.
For the better or for worse. Everybody can be manipulated, bro.
Yeah.
Anybody can be manipulated.
There we go. I like that.
Anybody can be manipulated. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But for better or for worse, because gaslighting works in multiple ways. Like, I can gaslight you to make you feel like, you know, you aren't where you need to be and you need to level up, and you level up, and you know it works. Or I can gaslight you and belittle you when your self-esteem is down shot. So it works both ways. Same thing. Women can gaslight men. That's why some of these niggas is so overly confident and they meet their match and it's like, oh nah, fuck up.
Yeah,
nah, you just met your match.
I ain't feeling her, bro. She doing too much. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So nah, yeah, it works both ways. I think everything is a two-way street. It's just what's more generalized. For the easiest example is men can have a high body count and be players, and women can have a high body count and be hoes. You know what I'm saying? It's both can do the same thing. It's just how we look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Double standards.
Right. A man can have a low body count. Oh, this nigga don't know what the fuck he doing. But a woman can have a low body count. Oh, that's a queen. You know what I'm saying? It's just what side of the coin you looking at.
That's crazy.
Right. So a guy asked, I've dealt with many different women.
Okay.
Most of them that complain about being hurt by black men.
Okay.
I want to stay down with the sisters, but I'm not gonna keep getting dragged. What should I do?
Love is love, brother. Love who loves you. Don't worry. I mean, listen. I love my black women. I hope they love me. But if a black woman don't love me, then what should I do? Never find love. If you find anybody who loves you and they love you, bro, yeah, it's gonna come with some heat. But like I said, I'm not into climbing walls I didn't build. So if you're gonna be mad at me for what the last man did to you, then it's kind of like, that's not my fault. That's like going to jail for a crime you didn't commit.
Right.
Emotionally and mentally, like you in a prison cell. She couldn't take out all that anger out on him, so you gotta deal with that. You gotta deal with her insecurities. You gotta deal with her trust issues. You gotta deal with, you know, her temper tantrums where it don't come from. I didn't do this shit, so I gotta tolerate it. So if this person loves me and she's willing to love me, and I don't have to deal with that shit, I'm gonna decline it. Nah, fuck that. Love is love, bro. If you find happiness with that person, that's all that matters. You deal with the rest later, but I wouldn't say, for him in particular, don't take that out on black women.
Right.
Take that out on her. You know what I'm saying? Don't say black women don't love me. Say
that woman don't love me.
That woman don't love me. Because the same reason why we don't like the whole niggas ain't shit. No, that nigga ain't shit. You know, there's few good men out here. You see how I did that? So what I'm saying is, put that on that person. Put that person in that box. You know how you got a file cabinet, you pour your shit in there? Put those men in that file cabinet, or put those black women who are hurt by black men. Or you can even take onus. Listen, I apologize for the black men that hurt you, but let me be the one who don't. Gotta be quick with the words.
I'm not carrying nobody's luggage, bro.
Yeah, but then if you show that effort, you know, you give her something to look forward to that's positive, she might let her guard down. It might take her a while, but
how long is it until it becomes a waste of time?
But that's all on him. He controls that because it's his time. So if he has 2 months to spare, and it takes her 2 months, boom. Yeah, but it's the person. So with that,
hopeless romantic though. So
that's a fact. So with him, I would say you have two options. You find love wherever you see fit, or you just let her know, listen, you've been hurt by black men, I've been hurt by black women. Let's make sure we don't get hurt in this.
Right.
Give her something to work for, give yourself something to work for, and then let the chips fall over their lane. But understand that you now carry a responsibility of black men. Yeah, not to hurt her. Yeah.
So once you hurt her, boy,
it's a wrap. Yeah. Now we definitely ain't shit. But
you ain't shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, then you'll be in that bracket. Yeah.
Alright. Say that a little louder.
Carry somebody else's baggage, Jesus Christ on the cross.
Yeah, we ain't carrying that.
I got my own shit now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drag my dumb ass down.
Last question from the ladies. I am currently in my city girls phase of life.
I know who that is. Shout out to Jada.
I didn't even finish the question.
That gotta be Jada.
Bro.
That gotta be Jada, bro.
I am in the city girls phase of my life. However, my soul is like Beyonce. I want to be in love. What should I do to even the balance out so people don't call me a hoe?
What you talking about?
Oh, so she fucking.
She's.
Oh, no, that might not be Jada. But
she's outside. She's doing her thing.
She needs self-control.
What you mean?
She's just living her life.
No, if she wants to be Beyonce, you gotta carry yourself like a Beyonce. You can't want
Beyonce.
You can't
be JT trying to be.
Yeah. You don't ask for gourmet steak at McDonald's. So if you're gonna be a 2 for $5, then I'm not dropping. Why should I treat you like? You know what I'm saying? You want Beyonce treatment, but you want to give it up for 2 for $5.
We didn't say she was necessarily giving up.
I'm going off the she's living her city girl life, so it's like, real ass thing, blah, blah, blah. And quite frankly, all of them city girls and Megan Thee Stallions, they all in relationships, bro.
Ladies.
So they selling you one thing, but behind the booth, it's a whole different lifestyle.
Right.
So basically, they selling you the city girl shit, but they want that Beyonce shit too.
Right.
So they both confused. You gotta know who giving you the message. Use your common sense. You know what I'm saying? Megan Thee Stallion got a whole Money Bag Yo. That's her man. JT is dating.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they say. And
what's her name? JT Young Miami is dating the 808 Southside. So it's kind of like.
How the fuck are you feeding me?
That's a fact.
Your hoe would be wasting?
Yo, they go in the booth, they say whatever they say, and they go home and lay next to their nigga. It's the same type of shit where women be like, niggas ain't shit, and then the same like they with the same nigga who they ain't shit, right? So you just gotta listen.
Shorty get killed by one nigga and just I don't know.
If you want that treatment, live your truth. That's all I can say. Live your truth. If you want that, if you want to be treated that way, don't carry yourself, because men are a little prideful. If I knew you fucked Don, Sam, Lam, and Bell, you cute and all, I'm feeling you, but my pride, I ain't with it.
Nah, niggas are I'm good.
Yeah.
But look at this nigga over here fucking with something already killed.
Yeah. I'll speak for myself. I'm prideful enough to know that if you fucked with Tom, Dick, and Harry, LaShawn won't be the next. You know what I'm saying?
You got 4 bodies. I won't be the 5th. I'll tell you.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. Because niggas be having soul ties, and I ain't trying to catch one of them shit.
Yeah, and you don't want to be out here living a city girl life, just fucking and sucking everybody.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's unhealthy.
Because the city girl life gets told in the city. So, rumors do spread, niggas do talk.
And now you become something you didn't want to become.
Exactly.
You can't become Beyonce.
Don't do
like
it,
that.
baby. They got them new dildos that eat and pump at the same time. Get yourself one of those on Amazon, bro. I'm just trying to help Shorty out.
No more bodies. You're trying to make you live like.
Yeah. Recharge yourself.
So for the last segment, we have scenarios. Scenarios is basically hypothetical situations. You place yourself in it and how you would truthfully and honestly respond.
I've been 1,000% honest thus far.
And don't worry about what they're saying in the comments.
I can't see it.
You will see
I
it.
ain't got my glasses. So
Don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Just answer truthfully and honestly. First scenario. Your girlfriend comes to you in tears one night as she tells you her male best friend from childhood lost his home due to a fire. You're a little iffy about their relationship because they're super close. However, he was there before you were and he's there when you're not. So, she asks you, since he has lost everything, is it possible that he could stay with us until he finds his way?
Nigga paying rent?
Yes, you'll pay.
Alright, you paying? I don't know.
So wait, does she actually say he was there before you?
No.
Oh, that's that's bad vibe, bro. Like, shut.
Shorty gonna be homeless with that nigga too.
Oh shit.
It depends on my.
No.
It
This is
depends.
how you answer it. Your answer.
How would you do it?
How
What would you do? What would you do?
Like you're speaking to her.
Okay, so babe, well it depends on my relationship with homie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I have to know that background.
Mm-hmm.
Did they ever try anything? Did it not work? Did
Okay.
they ever try? Did he ever confess? Did you ever confess any type of love and anything of that sort?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you gonna cheat on me, cool, but you ain't doing that shit in my crib. Fuck no.
That's exactly how you would talk about it.
If I'm confident and I trust her enough, and you know we have a man-to-man conversation, and you know homie down and out, yeah, you could hold yourself down 6 months, 8 months, but you ain't living here for a year. This is my house, so you gotta follow my rules. Hopefully he's man enough to understand that. You know, this, that, and the third. You ain't gonna have people in and out of my house. This, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
This is my house. So if he can abide by my rules, then cool, sure.
What's your answer, Don?
Like he said, it depends on the relationship with the dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be like a best friend, like, oh, it's been my best friend for 20 years, and oh, it's your first time meeting him.
Oh, okay.
Nah, that's a dub. Don't know where this nigga came from. But like you said, if he could abide by my rules, he could respect my crib, respect my woman, or just respect me altogether.
Yeah.
It's all good as long as he finds somewhere to live in like damn near a year because it's New York City.
Yeah, facts.
So if he could do that, it's all good. It's all good.
I hope he have insurance.
Well, at least you care.
Yeah, bro, shit's crazy in the streets.
Yeah, get house insurance, get rental insurance. You can insure damn near anything. So all your prized possessions in your household, insure that. So you may not get the sentiment value for it, but you get face value.
Right.
So if I had a Rolex watch in my crib and it got burnt down and I have insurance on it and that was 10 racks, you get your money back.
My bread bag.
Yeah, so you can insure damn near everything, bro.
Next scenario. Okay. Oh, Lord.
Oh, boy.
All right. You marry a woman
Mm-hmm.
based off the fact that you impregnated her.
Oh, yeah, that's a no-no.
Wait. You've only been dating for a year.
Oh, that's a no-no.
You lose your job.
Oh, that's a
Damn.
no.
She tells you that I'm not sure where you're going to go, but I'm leaving. Y'all get a divorce. You hear through the grapevine that she had sex with one of your friends. And a few years pass
Who
by.
wrote this scenario?
Chill. I ain't gonna lie, you got a sick brain. My ego was shot.
Y'all are still parents, y'all co-parent. A few years go by, the dynamic changes. Y'all find out through each other that y'all got to know each other a bit more now and want to try again. She wants to try again.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing to
Baby
try?
girl, I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. We got this here child. We gonna build with our child.
You gave me
I'm good. I'm fine. You gave me bun once. Why you trying to give me bun again? Are you dumb?
Nah, you gave
But
me.
what if you kind
But
of
nothing.
feel-
You said no buts. You said no buts, right?
Baby girl, I'm
But
good.
nothing.
You shit me? I'm good. I'm good. I'm
You
good.
gave me my greatest
You
gift,
good.
and
You
that's
my
my
child.
child.
I love you.
And that's it. You fucking.
You gonna fuck my friend again? I'm fine.
Bro, you
But
lost
y'all
me.
were young.
You lost
I don't care.
me. You said no but, so but nothing. Fuck no.
You get your butt the fuck about it.
Fuck.
Give me Timothy. Come here. Come here, Dad. I'm good.
You just like your mom.
Alright. Last one. You're home from work. You and your girlfriend share an apartment together. the best friend, who was in a serious relationship, comes knocking at the door. She's very
His
close.
best friend is annoying.
No. It's a female best friend.
Oh shit.
She comes to the door very emotional. We try the best to talk her through the situation. Within the midst of talking through the situation, you have looked at her like once or twice. She is type attractive. Since she's in an emotional demeanor, she comes on to you. She tells you, I would never tell whatever your girlfriend's name is. And if that were the possibility that no one would find out.
No black men don't cheat. Hands up, don't shoot. I'm sorry, love. I'm good. I don't.
EMC.
The door right there. You can leave. You can leave. You shit me.
EMC.
I'm good. Black men do not cheat.
That's a
Baby,
fact.
I'm sorry. I know you my girlfriend's best friend and all, but
Is my girlfriend's best friend
It's
or
your
my best friend?
girlfriend's best friend.
Oh fuck no.
you trying to lie me? But I don't black men don't cheat anyway. You trying to lie me?
Yeah.
There's a camera at teddy bear over there.
That's a
I'm
trap,
good, bro.
Time out.
No, that's a trap.
I'm good. Black men do not cheat. I'm good. I
That's
already
a
know. I already
trap.
know you trying to lie me.
That's
I
a
already know you
trap.
trying to lie me.
That's
What
a
if it's-
trap. But nothing
This
was
is
said.
no buts. The hypothetical is over right there. It's over.
Wait.
Kaput.
That's
What
a
if it's
trap.
your female best friend?
Now you said it's done. We're not best friends no more, bro.
Yeah.
You disrespected my lady. You disrespected me.
Yeah. That's a fact. Yeah. And
Oh,
then you doing this
Nah,
at home?
You disrespectful.
Big bold.
Yeah,
Fuck
you
me.
tough.
Listen, I'm too paranoid. I'ma think you trying to set me up. I'ma
Every
think
trip.
you and my girl
In
say,
cahoots.
in
In
cahoots with this.
Mm.
Yo, throwing his sex. Don't do this. Let me see if you fall for it. And once I'm nah. Fuck you. Cheese on.
Brad. I'm
No.
good, cuz.
No. Hell no. I'ma think it's a trap anyway. Yo, you fucking around. No.
Stop playing
Playing with me. Stop playing with me. My girl will beat your ass, bro. Stop
So let
playing.
me ask you something. If there was no connection to the female and y'all out with y'all guys or whatever, and the female approaches y'all, and the situation arises where no one would know, no one would find out, would y'all cheat?
I'm saying, I don't think you heard it first time. Black men don't cheat.
Okay.
I had you on that one, brother. Black men, I'm good. I'm good.
If nobody would find out, nah, cause I'ma always be. You know who's gonna find out? My conscience, and
I can't live with that shit.
Yeah,
I can't live with that.
Oh boy.
What if the situation arises, right? You have a girlfriend, you've been in a relationship for a long time, and your celebrity crush
Ashanti.
is in the city for one night.
Well, yeah.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Ashanti.
Regina Hall.
Hey!
That's
Good.
Hey, wait. Did you say nobody would find out?
Nobody would find out.
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
You told him.
I've already told every woman that I have ever been with, and they can all tell you this is the truth. If Ashanti shoot her shot, she will not miss. So you already know the shits, bro. Just give me the whole pass right there and then, because it was a prerequisite. You know how you go to college, them cutie courses, and it's a prerequisite to take this class? You already know if Ashanti ever shoots her shot, she will not miss. She will rain on me. Yo, listen, I'm not
I ain't gonna lie to you. Regina Hall pull up on me, it's gonna be a scary movie.
That's a good one. Listen,
Oh,
so the celebrity crush shit, nah, Ashanti, listen. You know how J. Cole said he felt like he was too young for
These new women.
I think Make It Good. I think he said Make It Good or whatever the celebrity was. I wish I was that age. Or if Ashanti ever feel like she need a young boy in her life, a young boy, listen, baby.
Give me Regina Hall and me alone in this.
That's a fact. Listen. So every woman that already knows this. Now they don't think it's possible because I'm me and they're that. But listen, God works in mysterious ways. He answers all prayers. Amen. Let the church say amen.
So what if a female has a celebrity crush and
Charge it to the game. Cause I'm not one sided.
Yeah, that sounds fucked up.
I'm not one sided. I'm not one of those niggas. But yeah, charge it to the game. That's what comes with it. I've actually dated a woman who was with a celebrity before.
oh,
Yeah. So you charge it to the game. Shout out to Rich Homie Quan.
so that was part too.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning
That
in.
was fun.
Thank you for doing
Did we answer all the questions?
Y'all did.
Alright, good. I'm glad we was able to get that for you.
Thank you for coming out. Plug your stuff in again. Tell them what you got going on, upcoming stuff, and
Facts. We got two good, maybe three. We got one in the tuck. We're not sure yet. So but we got a couple of episodes with more black women, of course. Because you know it's kind of good to have these dialogues without the gender war.
right.
Participating in the gender war is one of those easy ass content things that will sell.
Right.
So we got a couple of good conversations with great women coming up. But you can follow me at Stay Focused LA on Instagram and Twitter. Stay Focused LA. You can follow the podcast page on Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and all that good stuff.
Don Peasy on all platforms. DonPeasy. Also my photography page. Flicks and shit.
That's
Yeah, you're being modest. He just came out with a video.
That's a fact. Don Williams.
That's my manager right here.
You know,
He don't want to admit it. My manager.
Don Williams. You got Hype Williams. You got Don Williams.
We're trying to be great.
That's a fact. Well, thank you for
Thanks
having
for having us. We do appreciate it. I had a great time.
Yeah, this was fun.
Hope y'all enjoyed how we enjoyed.
Yes, and please vote in the comments if you think they are good guys. We'll
Yeah.
have
I
a
think
poll
I'm good.
tomorrow.
I pray every day.
Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Ashanti, holla at me, baby.
Subscribe, like, and follow. Let's clap it up.
You like I do, that's word. And all the times you confuse my words, you don't listen.